Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up because he's the acceptable monster at this time.
Hold up, did you hear the news? Jay-Z, the rap legend himself, was seen crying and asking for help. This shocking news is going to surprise you. The man known for his calm and confident style was caught showing real emotion. Jay-Z, the king of rap and the mastermind behind a huge empire, broke down in public. He's always in control, always ahead of the game, but something has shaken him. What could make someone like Jay-Z so emotional? What's the story behind his tears?
The first woman to uncover the homo thugs. She talking about Diddy. That's what these down low was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people, blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes that is that him? Or is that
Shout out to Wendy Williams.
Hold on, because we're about to break down this mystery and reveal what's really happening with Jay-Z. This is the story you didn't see coming, and it's going to change everything you thought you knew about him. So, here's what happened. Word on the street is that Jay-Z was seen at a private event, and things got emotional. Witnesses say they saw the usually calm and collected rap mogul with tears streaming down his face, looking like he was going through something serious. This is a side of Jay-Z no one has seen before, and now, everyone is talking about ITSO. What could have pushed him to this point? Some people think it might be the pressure of running his empire, with all those business deals and high-stakes ventures weighing on him. Others believe it could be something personal, like family issues or a secret struggle. We don't know for sure, but one thing is clear. Even the biggest stars have their tough moments.
G.D.O. happy to have you back on the platform, my guy.
Man, I'm happy to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be able to be in a platform like yours to give my opinion. You know, opinion is just like an asshole, everybody got one. You know what I mean? You know, I give my opinion, and it seems to make a lot of people upset, you know, but then a lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here, and I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, you know, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, you know, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you know, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bro, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now, and that he has shown by being Brother Love.
We don't have all the details yet, but insiders are sharing shocking information. Some say they heard Jay-Z calling out for help, like he needed someone to pull him back from a tough spot. Others say he looked defeated, like he had just learned something he couldn't handle. Whatever happened, this is a moment people won't forget. The paparazzi are trying to catch a picture of Jay-Z during this vulnerable time, but his team is working hard to keep them away. They don't want this moment to define him and are doing everything they can to keep things private. Despite the secrecy, the buzz is growing, and fans are talking on social media, wondering what could have brought Jay-Z to this point.
Yeah, 33 South Broadway. We're in the studio, and I had it's in Yonkers. And my jaw was still wired shut.
This is when you got signed. I heard about this story.
This is when he knew he would sign me.
Okay.
My jaw was wired shut, and the locks that got signed first to Puff, and D from our fighters, Darren, he bought me, gave me the Puff, and one thing I respect about Puff, one thing I respect about him, and real shit, is that at least he told me to my face what he felt. And when D told Puff, he said, yo, if you like the locks, you're gonna love X. And I spit or whatever, and he was like, his voice is too rough, he's not marketable. Didn't like it, but I had to respect it.
He fucked up. Let's make some noise from Puff fucking up.
Hold up. He came right behind and tried to clean up. So maybe 3 weeks later, when he found out I was getting signed by Def Jam, he was like, yo, I'll lace your pockets. I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets. I'm like, nah, homie. Because if you didn't see the beast that I was
what point did he tell you that? What point?
I told you, like maybe 3 weeks after I got signed to Def Jam. He was like, yo, I'll lace your pockets. I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets. I'm like, nah, I'm cool.
So it's a legendary story.
You didn't know. I said, but I respect that about Puff.
Right.
I mean, because a lot of motherfuckers, they see you on a wild goose. I mean, they won't tell you. They're like, oh, call me later, call me later.
Yeah, industry.
So I respect the fact that he told me to my face. He said, you know what, your voice is too rough and you're not marketable. So at least he was willing to, in my mind, what I think he's saying is, work on this.
Right.
So, Ax, listen.
Constructive criticism.
It's a famous story that said that when you and Jay-Z battled, right? Because this battle happened, right? Correct?
A couple times.
Couple of times. It wasn't just once.
Nah.
So when you
when the people, some tend to refer to it, what happened backstage.
And we heard that Big L had recorded that one battle.
They said that Big L
That's
recorded
crazy by
that
itself.
battle. Do you remember Big L being there?
Vaguely.
No, I can't say
Not
that.
at all.
I know Big L. I know Big L. I'm a
Right.
But you was trying to take Jay-Z out.
Some people are coming up with wild theories, while others are sending messages of support, letting Jay-Z know they've got his back no matter what. That's the thing about being a legend like Jay-Z. When you're on top, everyone wants a piece of you. But when you stumble and show you're human like the rest of us, that's when the real challenge starts. Can you pick yourself up and keep going? Can you turn your pain into strength and come back even stronger? That's the big question everyone is asking as the story unfolds.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough.
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
We need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
You did.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it.
Will Jay-Z bounce back from this moment? Or could this be the start of a downfall? Only time will tell. One thing is clear, though. The world is watching, and the pressure is intense. But wait, this story is far from over. You won't believe what people are saying about why Jay-Z might have been crying for help. Theories are everywhere, and everyone has an opinion. From fans on the streets to TV commentators, everyone is buzzing with speculation about what might have pushed Jay-Z to this point.
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book, Bling, and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go nowhere, which is where people like me step in. You right, I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce. And I say that, women do have a...
That country album, and any of you that buy that shit are stupid as shit.
You don't give it no
trap
credit?
music with goddamn a holster and a head.
But she remade Jolie.
That bitch. I'm gonna tell you the song she should have remade.
The internet is buzzing with theories about what caused Jay-Z to break down in public. Fans are sharing wild ideas, from secret love children to business deals gone wrong. But the most popular theory is that the pressure of being on top finally got to him. Think about it. Jay-Z isn't just a rapper, he's a mogul. He's involved in everything from music to fashion to sports, and with all that success comes a lot of stress. Fans are even pointing to his lyrics, saying he's been hinting about the weight on his shoulders for years. It's not just business either. Jay-Z's personal life has been under a microscope for decades, from his high-profile marriage to Beyonce to the ups and downs of his friendships in the industry. Every move he makes is watched closely. And don't forget the tragedies, like losing his nephew. That kind of pressure would make anyone struggle, Even psychologists are weighing in, saying that everyone has a breaking point, even the strongest people. They point out that the celebrity world can be toxic, where every mistake is magnified, and showing vulnerability is often seen as weakness.
She should have tried it on. Tammy Wynette. Classic. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that hell. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene, nice. But it has a ring to it. Stand by your man. Yeah. Whoops you and disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like
who
this.
was actually carrying his baby while you was spanking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you? He put it in everybody else. Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that
it.
That belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
A half of which dumbass bitch.
So, you know, it's funny that it's crazy you say these things.
Why don't nobody want to accept that bitch?
I think
she went and killed the girl Cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and shit while she was asleep. No snacking on his bitch. Killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started f***ing all the girls.
In a world where image is everything, showing emotion can feel risky. But Jay-Z's tears are hitting home with many people. Fans are flooding social media with supportive messages, saying they understand his pain. They're sharing their own stories of struggle and success, showing that even the biggest stars are human too. It's not just fans. Other celebrities are speaking out, offering words of encouragement and standing with him. They know how fame can take a toll on mental health. Some are even using Jay-Z's moment to talk about their own battles with anxiety and depression. However, not everyone is feeling sympathetic. Some are accusing Jay-Z of using his tears as a PR stunt to create buzz for his next project. They're saying he's playing with people's emotions for personal gain. Others think this shows how out of touch celebrities are with real-world struggles. They point out the contrast between Jay-Z's lavish lifestyle and the everyday challenges most people face, making his tears feel insincere in the face of inequality. Regardless of opinions, Jay-Z's moment of vulnerability has sparked a big conversation. People are talking about mental health, the pressure of success, and the double standards public figures face. In a world where authenticity is often sacrificed for image, that's no small thing.
Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough? You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston? Why did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day, within a week?
The next day.
The next day.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
So let me ask you.
Texas politics.
Yeah, Texas politics, man. It's that right there. We're gonna talk about the episode, but for right now, I just got to get your take on when we see a Killer Mike win 3 Grammys
And get arrested immediately after because Jay-Z paid somebody to him up just so he couldn't have a good night. You Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have did a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Cause you ain't protecting you. You're protecting her. Wonder why?
That's a good break. That's a good breaking point.
So get ready, because this story is far from over. Will Jay-Z's tears spark change in the industry? Will they encourage others to open up about their own struggles? Or will this just be another piece of celebrity gossip? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. The world is watching, and the pressure is on. But wait, there's more to this than meets the eye. Insiders are saying this moment could have a big impact on Jay-Z's career and personal life in the long run. Get ready, because we're about to dig into how a public cry for help from one of the biggest stars could change everything. This is the kind of news you won't want to miss.
I was all like, and I'll be honest, and I said this, I was like, I feel like Jag doesn't have the right people behind her, like somebody like trying to help organize and shit like that. But I do see
I got the right people behind me, but everybody can be bought. Sean Carter has been buying companies and stopping my projects for 15 years.
Oh, Mr. Diddy, aka Mr. Love, now.
No, Sean Carter.
Jay. Okay. That's why it's fuck Rock Nation. Hey. Wow.
I'm gonna tell everybody about Big L, Sean.
Big L?
I would just rather do it on the stand, Sean. Please sue me. I want to go to court. And I want to talk about Big L on the stand.
Wow. What's your thoughts about Dame Dash?
Dame Dash got fucked over by somebody who was supposed to be his friend. I'm going to tell you something right now, Sean, because I know you're watching. Or you have someone watching. I'm going to admit something right here on AT2 channel that I've never admitted before. People think I'm a snitch. The truth is I'm the best secret keeper in the world. I keep secrets even what I'm about to say my husband don't know. I started fucking Big L when I was 14 years old.
Whoa.
We kept it on the low because I was young. You didn't know that, Sean. And you don't know everything that L told me about you. Please sue me. I want to go to court.
Wow.
I want to tell everybody in the world all the things that Big L told me about you when I was fucking him.
So this Big L is associated.
Big L is the one that put Jay-Z on.
Wow.
Jay-Z was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years. His death made it possible for Reasonable Doubt to live.
Whoa.
See how good I keep secrets, Sean? And I'm gonna tell you something else, and I'll give you this one for free.
Jay-Z's public tears are causing a stir in the industry and beyond. This kind of moment can make or break a career, and everyone's watching to see how he deals with it. Word is, his team is working hard to do damage control, trying to frame this as a moment of vulnerability, showing Jay-Z's human side. But will the public accept it? In a world where image is everything, crying in public can be risky. Some people think this could actually help Jay-Z, showing emotion and being real. It might help fans feel more connected to him, showing he's not just a money-making machine, but a person with real struggles. If he handles this well, it could even boost his reputation. But not everyone agrees. Some worry that this moment of weakness might be used against him. Critics are already saying his tears are fake and just a way to get attention. In the tough world of hip-hop, showing vulnerability can be seen as a weakness. There's also the question of how this might affect his business empire, which spans music, fashion, and sports. Will his business partners and investors start to doubt his ability to handle pressure? Will they question his judgment? On the flip side, Jay-Z's tears could spark a much-needed conversation about mental health in the music industry.
Big L fuck better than you do, nigga. I'd rather be with that dead man than ever be with you.
So how do you know how Jay-Z get down? You know that from experience, or?
Don't worry about that part. I'll tell it on the stand.
Oh, wow.
When he takes me to court for defamation of character, I'll tell him how well I know you, Sean.
Big L was a rapper in the 90s who was signed to Columbia Records. Unfortunately, he died on February 15, 1999 in New York City. He was killed in a drive-by shooting. Gerard Woodley would later be charged for the crime 3 months later. He was Big L's childhood friend. Jag went live on IG and actually gave more context. This is from her interview with Real Life Productions.
I have never had anything to say about Mr. Sean Carter other than the fact that we had a pleasant working relationship and he was an excellent businessman.
21 years.
21 years. And after 21 years, what I will say to you is this.
Somebody stole my Black Power earrings at the spot. Rewap, I need some more.
You even heard him spit a rhyme. Was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as a nigga that was with Big L.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Big L.
Rest in peace, Big L.
One of the dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and the next thing you know, Jay-Z. And then, you know, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, you know, camaraderie with Honeycomb.
Rest in peace, Big L for real. What's up, Kingpin?
AKA Diddy. And
why do you give the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycomb?
Because he smacks so sweet.
Y'all just heard Keith Murray say that nigga smacked so sweet, fucking should slack a taste out of his mouth.
So yeah, then, you know, then Reasonable Doubt was happening, and then Dame's in the picture, and Dame's building Rockefeller.
Dame was gonna sign Big L, not Jay-Z. Dame. What don't y'all understand? Rockefeller was built by Damon Dash. Sean Carter?
To this day.
He was a partner. He was a talent.
He's not at least an executive at Tidal.
At least.
Like I said, Biggie died, Tupac died. And then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z. And then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game.
Because somebody micked him.
Just saw Jay-Z.
And he was working with R. Kelly and they were making so many records.
For too long, artists have been expected to always show a strong front, to always be at their best. But the truth is, even the biggest stars deal with stress, anxiety, and depression. If Jay-Z can use this moment to shine a light on these issues and encourage other artists to speak up and get help, it could make a real difference. It could help break the stigma around mental health and get more people to focus on taking care of themselves, but of course, it won't be easy. The music industry is tough, and there will always be people trying to bring you down. But if anyone can handle this, it's Jay-Z. He's been through highs and lows before and always found a way to come out on top. As the world watches to see how this unfolds, one thing is clear. Jay-Z's tears have started a conversation that's been needed for a long time. Whether you love him or not, you can't deny this is a moment that will be remembered. This public cry for help is just the beginning, and it's going to be a wild ride.
I want to ask you about Jay-Z because I always heard like you had some kind of C&D where you couldn't talk about Jay-Z, but
I never signed no paperwork.
Okay, you never signed no paperwork.
I just didn't want to put my family's life on the line.
So you were worried about him coming to get you?
Yeah, like everybody else is.
Because I seen a lot of F Rock Nation on your page and stuff like that. So now you're more vocal. What was the turning point?
They went too far. Sean Combs and Sean Carter have been working together for the better part of 25 years to find a way to take over full control of the entertainment industry. They have been slumping and sidelining relevant hip-hop communities for decades so that they can have control. Now they done killed Jacqueline Avon, and they done picked up old Clarence Avon, and now they running around acting like they remind me of fucking Macaulay Culkin and fucking Home Alone. That's what these niggas is acting like out here. They rigging shit, doing all kinds of shit, happy that ain't nobody around to tell them what to do, and they just get to act a fool. Free Beyonce. She a prisoner.
Now you had said that you felt that Beyonce was a prisoner. Because I always heard their relationship was put together. Like it was a business. Or I did hear that.
Him and Matthew Knowles had a deal and then he screwed him.
I'm gonna make it easy. Sue me.
Yes.
I want to be sued. I want to be sued.
Jack, why do you want to be sued?
Because I want to have to go to court. If I go to court, I gotta swear on the Bible to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And I believe in the God that they say that it's all about, so I'm not gonna lie. And then I get to say all of those things that I haven't said on court record in front of a judge, which could open up other investigations into other things, which is why y'all niggas want me killed. Sue me, please.
Thanks for sticking with us through this deep dive into Jay-Z's public tears. It's been quite a ride, right? We've covered everything. What happened, how the world reacted, and what it means for Jay-Z and the music industry. But wait, I know you want more. To get the full picture, check out our video on how 50 Cent exposed Jay-Z and Diddy's alleged conspiracy against Kim Porter. We're diving into some serious stuff that might be linked to Jay-Z's breakdown.
Reggie, when you were running around with Suge during the heyday of the Death Row days, did you ever have any interactions or stories with Aaliyah by any chance?
Aaliyah, no. You know, no, we didn't. Aaliyah was a little young. That's why I always laugh at, we all know what R. Kelly did to Aaliyah and how he had her at a young age. But the person that get mixed, a person that gets neglected, and you know, I know in the 90s was different. A lot of older guys messed with those girls that were under 17 years of age. And, you know, now we're a little more educated because of the talk shows with Oprah that we went through and Dr. Phil and stuff like that. Even Ricky Lake and all of that. We realized that it wasn't so cool messing with the underage young ladies. I never had an attraction for someone younger. I always looked and had an attraction for older women, so I probably didn't have that problem. But then everybody that I fucked with did. Everybody. All of them. No names mentioned yet. But I'm going to expose somebody that we all forget about. Y'all see this picture of Jay-Z with Aaliyah when she was underage? Y'all forgot about Jay, huh? We only know about Damon Dash messing with Aaliyah. and R. Kelly. But that ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Y'all remember Fox Brown and Jay? Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you better. Before that song came out, we used to hear it. I used to tell shit. I was like, ooh, that shit. Him and Mystical, those were two songs that were hot. That it took like a year before it got, well, I'll say to the West Coast. I don't know if they were beating it up on the East Coast. But on the West Coast, it took like a year before those songs came out. And then Nelly's song with the Link St. Louis Ticks. But I'm just saying all that to say, Foxy was young then as well. And so, all of these guys and the underage young ladies was running rapid in the 90s. And so, that's all I remember. That's all I think about. You know,
think about it. If Jay-Z is involved in some shady dealings with Diddy, that could explain why he's feeling so stressed. The pressure of keeping secrets and the guilt of being part of something dirty could make anyone break down. And if the authorities are closing in, as some sources suggest, that adds even more stress. But remember, at the end of the day, Jay-Z is just a human being like the rest of us. He has feelings, struggles, and limits. In a world where celebrities are expected to be perfect, it's easy to forget that. So, as the discussion continues and new information comes out, let's try to show some compassion.
The Barge and Janet Jackson situation. That's all I think about, and I can remember about Aaliyah. Aaliyah was my wife's favorite artist. She loved the hell out of Aaliyah. It was a tragic how she died. You know, trying to rush back to get to Damon Dash on the plane. You know, and what happened is the Bahamians let her fly out, and their plane was overloaded or full. That's the one thing that I didn't like about when I traveled to our black countries like the Bahamas and Jamaica and all of them. The officials there, we used to have to bribe them $100 to make the rules fast, to let us in with the dogs that we didn't have properly cleaned, or you know, the not search our bags or whatever, or to sneak away with a whole bunch of cigars and stuff like that. But in Mexico, one thing about the motherfucking Mexican authorities, that number used to be 5 G's, 5,000 and stuff like that. And I used to laugh. I was like, damn, black folks is easily bribable. They so cheap. They don't understand the value that they be having. But yeah, that's all I got on Aaliyah, really. It's a talent. That's another person that life was taken too soon. That was a talent. Wonder what she would be now. Her, Pop, Big Pun, Biggie, Selena. People like that were taken too soon, in my opinion. Shout out.
Let's remember that Jay-Z is more than just a music star. He's a husband and father facing his own challenges. This is a chance to have a real conversation about mental health in the industry and beyond. What we've learned from this is that even the biggest stars need help sometimes, and that's okay. So stay tuned for updates, keep talking about this, and most importantly, stay genuine. Peace out, everyone.